Excellent. All right. So, bem-vindos, bem-vindos a todos. Welcome to this session. Today, we are here to talk a little bit about how Australian Center can help you to study at one of the leading Australian universities, especially among the Latin American students. I imagine Torrens is probably one of the universities that has the largest number of Latin American students in Australia. And there's a number of reasons why that is. But let me just start introducing ourselves, Australian Center, and then I will introduce you to Yamlet, who will talk a little bit more about Torrens, okay? So Australian Center is an international student and migration agency based in Sydney, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Melbourne, and Perth. So those are our offices in Australia. We also have an office overseas in São Paulo, and we serve all the Latin American market from that office specifically. So we have clients from different parts of Brazil, but we also have clients from Chile, from Colombia, Argentina, and so forth. Okay, in Australia, our team members speak English, Portuguese, and some of them speak Spanish as well. So if you need some help in one of those languages, we'll be more than happy to support you. Okay. Um, all righty. So essentially what we do, we help Australian universities to offer their programs to students mostly from Latin America, but not only from Latin America. All right. So we help our clients, and that in that case, the students, with choosing the right institution, choosing the right course, applying for these courses, obtaining offers and scholarships for the programs. And then once the students are accepted in one of these universities, we help them to apply for a student visa. Um, in terms of student visa, all the work that we provide are covered by the universities themselves. So there is no extra cost for our clients. So everyone wins. The student is not paying extra to use our services. Obviously, the university is paying for our services, and the university also outsource a part of the work that they are not, it's not their core business. So everyone wins in that relationship. But Australian Center not only provides services to international students, but also to prospective migrants, and also for those that want to plan um, uh, some studies, but are thinking beyond the time when they finish the course. So if they, let's say they want to do a master's program, but they are aiming to stay in Australia for longer, we can also help you guys to plan the best pathway and enhance your chances to achieve your goals, being them like living in Australia, working in Australia, or eventually go back to your home country and start to work there. Okay. We are very focused on career plan as well. So we invite our clients not only to think about migration, but also to think about their career, because that's what matters the most. If you're successful in your career, I'm sure there will be ways of staying in Australia, or there might be opportunities in other parts of the world as well. Okay, I think I have already mentioned that. We have a national reach when it comes to our presence here in Australia, with offices in Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Perth, and the Gold Coast. But we service people from all over the place, including Adelaide, obviously, and people in Northern Territory, Tasmania. So wherever you are, we can help you. We can book consultation via video conference, and we'll be delighted to be part of your journey here in Australia. Okay, so that's our brief presentation. But today we're not here only to talk about Australian Center and how we can help. We're here to talk about most likely the most popular university among Latin American students in Australia. So I will pass this stage to Yamlet, and I would like to ask her to present the university, but also to tell us, Yamlet, why is that? Why is Torrens so popular among Brazilian students, among Colombian students, among Latin American students in general?
Sure, sure. Thanks, Vinicius. Thanks for giving us this chance to talk with the students today. It is my pleasure to be here. And I really hope that you find this session useful. As Vinicius mentioned, I'm Yamila Dotero. I work for the university and I'm responsible for the market in America, Europe, and Middle East. Australian Center is one of the main partners for us. This is why we are here today. I really hope that that today you will find different. I mean, it's useful information because being in Australia, I think you will have a lot of information about unis program, but sometimes it's too difficult to digest and figure out which is the best for you. No, what is the best of the best? I think it's not important. It's what is the best for you. I don't think that we'll be able to answer all the questions today. So please feel free to contact Australian Center team member after this session to individual consultation. And to start with Vinicius' question, I want to put that in one word, and I think there is flexibility. When Torrens was created, was the main object was to um, make international education more affordable for anyone. So this is why we try to put flexibility in different ways. How we are doing that at this moment? Let's start with the campus. We have campus in 4 different cities in Australia. We have campus in Adelaide, in Brisbane, in Melbourne, in Sydney. So that gives you the chance to move around. If you are happy in Sydney, that is okay. But if you think, okay, I want to go because I have a boyfriend, I have a good option to work with, or I want to just to figure out how Brisbane is, you can move around. The only campus that is more tricky for us is Adelaide because it's the smaller campus. But it's, it's there is the open option to move around of a campus when you are between into the master or into the post graduation or into the bachelor program. The other important part is the intakes. We have between 3 and 4 intakes per year. This is also I mean, this is very useful for an international student because sometimes you feel I want to start in September, but maybe for any reason you can't do it. So you don't have to wait 1 semester. You can find also option in maybe in November or in February. So this is also another important point.
Let me just ask something. Do you want to use your presentation to go through this point? So
Yeah, let me share. Uh,
it's up to you. If you feel more
no.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the bottom there is like a share icon at the
Yep.
bottom of the.
Let me know when you are seeing the presentation, but let me put this
Yes,
in.
we can see.
Yeah, if you want to put on a full
Yeah,
view.
yeah.
Lovely. Fantastic.
Okay, just let me finish what I was mentioning about flexibility. It's just very quickly for intakes, for campus, we work with terms. Most of our programs, 85% of our programs are available on campus, virtual or hybrid. Fee, we are 35, 40%, our fees 35 between 35 lower than any other uni.
Yeah.
Even though when you are in Australia, you have different options to organize your schedule. For example, there are some programs when you can pick up and just take your class 3 days by the week, so you have the other days free. Also, there are some options when you can do 1/3 part of your program virtually. So you are able to travel, you can be, in some working in some project, or you can travel around. So yeah, just to answer Vinicius' question, I think there is flexibility. When you're thinking of in Torrens, please think as a very flexible university. We are smaller, we are private, so that allow us to be more flexible with the students. So let me go through the presentation.
Yeah, and the Amlet, if you wanna click on ver, you may be able to increase the size of the slide.
I thought that was already. Let me
Modo completo, I think.
see. I'm doing that. I don't know if you can
It's not
see it.
going.
No,
Ah,
it's
that's
not.
interesting. So if you go back to your camera, I think you can choose which one. If you want to stop sharing and share it again, then you can choose to share the file or the whole screen. So that will
Let
probably
me see.
adjust the
Let me
size.
see. Okay, let's check. If I'm not able, Rafa, I ask you to do it. But let me try again.
Just so it's a little bit easier for all of us to just see the
Yeah,
presentation.
sure.
Thanks
It's just
everyone
that
for the patience.
I'm not used to work with let me see if you are seeing the no, it's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
want me
but
to
it's not
share
full
from here,
screen.
Emma? I've got it here.
If I cannot do this time, yes.
Yeah.
No,
So essentially,
okay.
maybe what you can do is just to, yeah,
You can click on the error,
yeah.
so it's gonna close the window, the comments.
I did
Do you
it.
want me to
No,
go?
but
Okay,
that's
let's
that.
try.
I will do it from
Let's
here,
try.
guys.
Let's try that last time, please. And
Yeah.
if no,
No worries. Take your time. No worries.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
better. Better. Now it's better. No worries.
yeah, but
I think we can
should be.
continue like that.
I got it. Yeah.
Yes. Fantastic.
My
We got it.
goodness.
Woohoo!
Some training for next time. Okay, sorry. We have 10 years that we were created as a university, but I want to um, underline that even the uni has only 10 years. When the uni was created, what Torrens have done is to acquire different specialized school. For example, we bought Blue Mountains, that is an hospitality school. We bought Billy Blue, that is the design school. We bought Janssen Newton Institute, that was for health. And this institution, this school, has been running more than 30 years into Australia. So it's not, we are young, we have 10 years as a uni, but the school that we
Okay.
acquired has been more than 30 years in the market. And this is very important because that school was specialized in one faculty.
Mhm.
This is why Blue Mountain is the best in Australia, the third in Oceania. Billy Blue has been one of the top in Australia. So that is important that you have this clarification when you think in Torrens. We were bought by Strategic Education. That is an American corporation focusing education mainly in USA, but they bought Torrens 5 years ago. And at this moment, we have more or less 5,000, 50,000 alumni. Scholarship. We normally offer between 20-30% of a scholarship for LATAM students and also for onshore. That depends of the faculty, depend of the year that you want to start. So at the moment that you want to, if you want to know exactly what are the scholarship they apply for the program that you want to do, this is an information the Australian Center can provide you in details. We have our partner now for English is ILSC, that you must know this institution. This school is one of the best in Australia, and also there has been in different countries. You can do the placement test with them. We have different special fee for you, and we can offer a package. But I guess that if you are in Australia already, you don't have problem with the English. But in case that you need it, this is our main partner. Where we are, I mentioned already, we have for these 4 cities, and Blue Mountains is in Leura. That is 1 hour and a half from Sydney. This is where we have our hotel. We run our own hotel in order that the students from Blue Mountains in hospitality are able to do all the practical stuff with us. At this moment, we have around 22,000 students, 50% of them international. From different parts, but as Benicio mentioned, the LATAM cohort that we have is quite important. I think we has been the last 8 years, we have a good presence in Latin America. So this is why I guess the most of the students that are listening to us today is from Latin America. Rankings. We are #1 in Australia for skill development, and this is one important one. 90% of our students get a job in the first year. And this is one of the highest percent compared with different units. And why we are able to get this is because, as remember, we are small. Our class are no more than 25 students. So we are able to connect the student with the industry. This is something that Torrens does very well. We offer different options to the students in order, since the beginning of the bachelor of the master, they are really connected with the industry. We offer internship, we offer volunteer, we offer different innovation labs, different options for any student in order that he works very close to the industry. This is what I just mentioned. Depend of the faculties how we work this, but just when you think in Torrens, think there is a university that most of our teachers are already working into the industry, and you will be able to find the way to connect to the real industry. This is something that we are really that we are able to do differently. Vinicius, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I think our attendees are not have not been able to see the screen. Can you guys just confirm on the chat box whether you seeing the Light screen? I can see it from here, but I'm not sure if you guys are able to see it as well. All right, okay. So yeah, we have people saying that you can see it. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, all good.
All right. Of course, if we have 50% of our students are international, we have a lot of staff just working for you, offering different support. If you need any support for the language, for academic staff, we offer the counseling. Actually, we offer a free consultation with our doctor because we offer medicine. We have a virtual career program when you can find different topics, and also you can find job. If you don't want to talk with a staff, one of our staff, you will have your student representative council and different informative session through our different campus. Our courses, undergraduate and postgraduate. What I want to show you here is even for the bachelor or for a master or research program, you have a different pathway. So if you are not sure to start with the bachelor, you can start with the diploma, and then the second year do the associate diploma and finalize with the bachelor. If you don't feel that you are ready to, to start with the bachelor and also with the postgraduate. And what I want to mention here with the break weeks is that between all the bachelor or between the master of 2 years, you will have around 38 weeks available to work full time. Why we are able to offer this is because remember that we work by trimester, but quarters. So each quarter means we have one break. During that breaks, you are able to work full time. Remember that if you do a master by research, you are able to work full time during the all duration of the program.
Yeah, but I think this is incredible. Like this is something like two things in this slide that caught my attention. It's the articulations that you can plan. So like for a lot of you guys that are studying vocational, it's important to remember that you can use the credits that you have already finished to advance into your bachelor or even into your postgrad program. So that like there's a lot of flexibility around the Australian education system. And the number of breaks you have also empower you to work full time while you're not studying. So very interesting aspects of Torrens University.
Yeah, actually, Vinicio, there are something like the people doesn't know. For example, if you are adult and you hadn't done the bachelor and you want to do a master, we are able to recognize your working experience.
All
So,
right.
because
Okay.
maybe if you are in a business, but you hadn't done your bachelor, but you had 15 years of experience, really good. We can see case by case, and you can start your master. So feel
Yeah.
free to just to reach out, to see. This is why, again, flexibility.
Yes, and with that being said, it's important to remember that the masters offer a number of advantages, especially for couples. Partner being able to work full time. So planning well, it's really important because it can make a huge difference in the long term. And I'm very glad that you're raising those points, about the flexibility of Torrens and the possibility of using your work experience to go straight to a master's instead of going to a bachelor first. That's really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now I will go quite quickly through our programs because it's something that also you can find in our website. We are not a comprehensive university. We have business, we have IT, we have design, medicine, education, hospitality, and that's it. So let's see what the program that we have in each faculty. Um, Diploma's business bachelor with different specialization. Our master, remember most of our programs are on campus, virtual, or on demand. This is Billy Blue. This is really important. We have been one of the top 10 animation in school. As a student, through all the programs, you are able to use the free Adobe Creative Cloud and also the Houdini Site FX. They are one of the best, tools that you can use into the program. What we offer it for undergraduate, graphic and communication design, interior design and decoration, 3D design and animation, fashion design and marketing, UX and web design, game design and development. Post-graduation, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, software engineer, cybersecurity, and information technology. Once again,
I've got a question about Biribu very quickly. So just to use that slide that you presenting, is there an architecture design course as well that is available for international students, or that course is only available for domestic students?
uh, international students also.
Ah, fantastic. That's really interesting. And that's
We
a
are,
well.
go ahead, Venus, sorry.
I was just gonna say because I think that's in terms of architecture specifically, because we have a couple of clients that may be watching us here today that are interested in architecture. That's probably one of the best priced programs in architecture in Australia. So that's important to mention that.
Just be aware, guys, when you go through our website, maybe you know this already, but I think it's important to mention because at the website you can see the programs, but you have to check always if I have a Cricos code or if it's available for international students. Any university you have to check that because not 100% of the programs are available for international students. Okay.
Fantastic.
This is our word integrated learning. That is part of the point that I mentioned at the beginning, how we try to engage the student with the industry. Most of our programs offer internships. Some of them are paid, some of them are not paid, but the important thing is just to get experience. We have a lot of examples where the student get a job offer after the intern. So it's something that we really encourage our students to do. This is part of the companies that we work with. We try to do a social impact. So this is why you have the Red Cross, Cancer Council, because we try to do, we are a certificate B corporation. That means that we really try to, to do something different, to try to work the correct way with our staff and with our students and with the society. I think that we are the only unit that have the B certification. For the students in design, of course, since the beginning, we try to encourage the student to create their own portfolio since the beginning. So at the end of the career or at the end of the diploma, they have something to show that is very important in this industry. We offer diplomas, bachelor are 3 years. Communication design. I'm going quickly through this. Yeah, this is what I mentioned about the portfolio. Going through the IT programs, what we offer, I'm trying to figure out, okay, Bachelor of Information Technology, Bachelor of Cybersecurity, a Master in Cybersecurity. I think that I missed trying to to do the presentation shorter. I think that I missed part of the programs. Now I realize. So please,
Yeah.
if you want to see active programs, go through our website. Health, what I want to mention in terms of health, our health programs are really different. I think that we are more what is the word that I can use? For example, the bachelor that we have 2 bachelor in medicine. One is in Chinese medicine and the other one is in naturopathic. So if you see, has a different sense, it's not it's more holistic in a way. I mean, it's Australia has a lot of influence from China, from Asia, from India. This is why. It's 2 days ago, I was surprised that we have a lot of quite an important number of students from USA. There has more. We see USA like the society they use the traditional medicine, and brought my attention that we have quite an important number of students doing a bachelor of naturopathy. And I think this is an important point because nowadays the people is looking for something different. So
Yeah.
and we offer that. Yeah. Bachelor of Community Service, Diploma of Nursing is one of the popular programs that we have at the university. Public health.
With very clear migration pathways as well, obviously, especially the Bachelor of Nursing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why. And the other bachelor that I didn't mention, a part of the naturopathy and Chinese medicine is the clinical nutrition. And we have small in health, we have small programs for diploma and graduate certificate. So once again, if it is part of the program that you want, go out through our website to check the program that we have for wellness and also for consultation. Education is one of the smaller faculty, but we have a really nice programs, undergraduate and postgraduate in education, Master in Education for Inclusive Leadership and Innovation, Master and Bachelor. This is one of the key programs for us, Blue Mountains. I mentioned already this. We are number 1 in Australia, number 3 in Oceania. We run our own hotel in Blue Mountains. So when the student start a bachelor with us in Blue Mountains, the first thing the student has to do is to go and stay 3 months, 1 quarter in Blue Mountains in order to get all the practical stuff, and then they can pick up between Melbourne and Sydney to do the theoretical. And the second semester, the student had to do the intern. So the idea for us is that in the first year to give all the abilities the student in order that they can start working part-time into the industry. So it's very, the way that we create our curriculum for Blue Mountain is very practical. We have the bachelor and we have the master. The master for
and there is a great
management.
benefit, yeah. There is a great scholarship for international
At this
students.
moment, thank you for
it's a
that,
fantastic one,
Rafa,
like 50% of scholarships.
for our last intake in September.
Yeah, that's a fantastic
absolutely.
opportunity. Yes, Vinny,
Yeah.
they are offering 50% of scholarship for those
To
who
be in
want to
the top
study
one.
at Blue, at Blue
Absolutely.
Mountains. Hospitality course over there.
Absolutely. Thanks
Fantastic.
for
Yeah, so if you're interested in one of these programs, that's the time to apply.
Yes,
right
50%.
after
It's great.
right after this meeting. Yeah. No, I mean, if you are in Australia, you have more time to do it. Yeah. And referring to the master, I think our master is more focused for someone to change the career, so you don't need previous a bachelor in the area. So I don't know if you are a lawyer and you don't want to continue being a lawyer or do something else. I think that master, and of course you like the hospitality industry, that master is for you. This is part of the a country where we send our students to do a internship, because we have, I mean, it's if you are in hospitality, go abroad is something that is just part of the program. So you have the option to do the intern into Australia, but also you have the option to go to different around the world through one of our partners. This is not a great picture to see the hotel. Of course, when the first trimester you add Leura, you are part of the hotel. You live there, you eat there. It's 3 months full in Leura. About research, I think that we can share this presentation with you because I want to go to this last one, when you can see the difference between our programs in research, because sometimes I think that the students are quite confused about what is Master of Research, what is Master of Philosophy, what is the professional doctor, what is the Doctor of Philosophy. So, Rafa, I don't know if maybe we can share the whole presentation of this one, or the ones that want to explore more
Yes,
about
definitely.
research can be very useful.
Yeah,
Because,
especially
I mean,
because we do have a question here from Max Miller Bueno, and he's asking about the Master by Research at Torrens. I don't know if you can explain a little bit more, because it's very interesting. We do have some students doing that. And
I mean,
especially
this
for
is
those
what
who are like over 35 years old.
I think this is a program that become more popular in the last years, but and also for that, Rafa, I think we are trying to how we can say that in English, demystify. How do you say, Kelby? Because it's
Yes.
like when I remember, I mean, if you say master by research, the people just say, no, I'm not academic, I'm not do research, I don't have any papers. And the master by research is not for that, you know. The master by research also could be for someone they want just to develop more knowledge about one topic, and that doesn't mean that you have to have done previous papers or you are thinking to do to be an academic. So once we start explaining this, we see the student get more into the program, because the program not only totals, but by the government, the government rules, you have a lot of, you know, opportunities, work full
Yeah.
time, the benefit for your child. Go, Vinicius, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that as well. Like there's very clear benefits, and that's the reason why this program is becoming so popular. As Yamlet mentioned, they've got the flexibility. They can take into consideration your professional history to eventually accept you straight to a master's. The Masters of Research Studies allows you to work full time. If you're over 36, you still have access to the graduate visa upon completion, as long as you're under 50. So those are only two of the advantages you have with such a program. It's really, really interesting, and there's a lot of people that are getting interested in apply for this program. And the way Torrens is offering this, it's more accessible to people, even if they don't have that strong research background. Am I right?
Yep, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But also, I think it's important to mention that if someone want to do the PhD, but they don't have the, you know, that experience the PhD required, you can start with the master by research, and then you can do the pathway to the PhD. So you can see also in that way, you know, because sometimes you say, okay, I really want to do it, but I haven't done any paper. So this is a good start for, yeah.
Fantastic. Indeed. Indeed.
Um, Actually, this is what part of the pathway that I was mentioned. Uh, and you can finalize after the master by research, you can finalize with a PhD. See,
Yeah.
as always, and I mentioned at the beginning, with Torrens, you always will find the good way or the pathway to finalize what you want. I mean, if you want to continue, with you want to extend, you will find with us that we can help you with that. Study abroad, I don't think if you are all I mean, it's our students that are with us are on tour today, Vinicius? Yeah.
Yes, mostly. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So study abroad is not for you. And I think that
But
was
yeah, we have been using study abroad in some situations, like where we need to fill up a gap, for example. That might be a really good
okay.
idea. Yeah, like it can be part of a long-term strategy if you use that wisely. Because essentially
Okay,
what the study
study.
abroad is you can choose 3 or 4 subjects in each of the semesters, and it's a little bit cheaper than paying for 1 year of university. And it's super flexible. So you can choose like IT, business, and health sciences subjects and mix them up. So a really interesting concept, generally used for people that want to spend some time here and then go back to their university back home. But onshore, you can also use that for, again, different reasons.
That is true, Vinicius. Let me just to clarify something. I mean, study abroad is more flexible. I mean, you can take 1 quarter, you can do the full year. You have to do at least 2 courses per quarter. So if you do that semester, will be 4. But only we have subjects into business and design, not
Oh,
yet in
right.
IT
Okay.
or health. Yeah.
All right.
But
Okay.
also
That's
you
a good
mentioned
point.
something is important is that it's quite, I mean, the price is more flexible. And at this moment, we are offering for any study abroad program that start this year, we are offering 30% off also.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a nice way to, if you need to fill a gap, because it's very flexible. You can pick up different subjects between the design and creative, between the Billy Blue. There are really nice courses that you can do, or into the business. Even if you are studying medicine, sometimes it's good if you have a time to study or to do some develop some skills management or in leadership, because at the end of your career you will need it. So why not now? No, no, yeah. So yeah. So this is all from me. I think that I took more time than I was able to to have. So yeah, Rafa, in your hands.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you about like the general scholarships. Most
Mm.
of like of our clients, they are looking for some scholarships, and I know Torrens offers like a very good scholarship for people from Latin America.
Yeah, as you mentioned, for Blue Mountains at this moment, to anyone to start this year in September is 50%, which is something really great. For study or for any program that start this year, a part of nursing, we offer 30%. And for the following year, depend of the program, is around 2025. Some programs 30, but we have to see case by case, Rafa. But for this year, is 30% non-nursing and 50% for Blue Mountains.
Oh, that's great.
Amazing. Amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
And
also, I know that you mentioned before about the flexibility to move between cities, between camping. So can you talk a little bit more about it? So how easy it is to, like, if you choose to study in Brisbane and you, I don't know, you wish to study to complete your bachelor in Adelaide, for example, if there is a course over there, the same course, you
Yeah,
can
I mean,
move,
it's
yeah?
absolutely, you can move, but you have to consider two things. First of all, as I mentioned, Adelaide is our smaller campus, so no, all of our programs are available in Adelaide. So you have to check first in our website. When you see the course, you will see where the course is available, and also, of course, that you have to work if you want to transfer, you have to do that in advance with us. That's it. As long we have the time to see, okay, I can't guarantee 100%, but in generally speaking, we can accept different transfer, but we just need to work and do all the administrative things with time. That's it. So if you are starting with us and you say, okay, now I don't know, it's July and I want to start February in another city, just let us know. So if you have the time to do it properly, of course, and it's the same program, of course. There is no, yeah.
Yeah.
okay. And Emily, I would like to ask a question as well with regards to the English test as accept as part of your entry requirements. So obviously you accept all the major traditional tests like IELTS, TOEFL, PTE. Is there any other option for students that are already in Australia?
This is a good question, Vinicius, that I cannot answer yet because we are working in that. I mean, it's maybe most
Yeah.
of you know that we just closed our English institution, I think that 3 or 4 weeks ago. So we are working to get maybe with person we are not sure about, but we are working to have, because previously the student could do the test with us, with
Right.
our
Okay.
English institution. But so now we are very close to decide which one, will replace that thought. But at this moment, you can do the test with our partner, ILEC. That will be not the only partner. We are talking with 2 different schools. So at the moment that we are ready, we will offer other 2 schools in order that the student could choose. It may be they don't want this one, so they can have another 2 or 3 option more.
Right. Okay. So we will have more news very soon about the different pathways into Torrens University. It's good to know.
For English.
Yeah, no, you did mention, the advantage of the marketing or the master by research and studies, which is something that, again, it's getting more and more popular. This is one of the questions someone had here. What about, like, I think Torrens is well known by its industry connections, right? And as a migration agent, I know that now the most relevant thing is to be able to find a skill job which can potentially sponsor you. That's the most relevant part of a strategy of someone that wants to stay in Australia longer. How does Torrens support the students to find an internship, their job in that specific occupation?
Yeah, we offer, we have, first of all, we have our Career Connect. There is a platform. There is not just a platform, but it's a technology, tool that we use to help the students, to give them different topics about the CV, about the interviews, about the program that are more successful. We do seminars. We can also help them to check in their own CV, and we put different job advertising there. So this is one of the main tools that the student has. Um, but also, by faculty, we talk with the student and see what the student want to do. Because there are some students that just want to do an intern and it's the first thing that they're, ask about. But there are some students that are more shy, maybe younger, maybe they are not really, they don't feel, or maybe they hadn't do any job previously. So they can start with different projects, working with the faculty in small project with a company, real project, or they want to do a volunteer because they feel they, it's part of the thing that they want it. So this is what I mentioned at the beginning, that we try to find what is the best for this student in order to start doing the real thing, because it's the best way that we can help them. Because most of our students, if we talk about the bachelor, are younger. Maybe if you are already in Australia, you have more experience and you are more, more willing to do just the proper job. But for the youngest one, or maybe if you are changing career, so yeah, we have the Career Connect. That is through our website, and also by faculty with the teacher or your counseling. You will find different ways to connect with the industry as you are. I mean, it's as
All
you
right.
wish.
I, I understood. So there's a lot of support, and the support is tailored to the student specifically. So you can definitely help them
I mean,
to
it's,
either
I
find a
mean, it's
scholarship, internship, or a first job offer.
finish the fact that 90% of our students get a job into the first year is a really
Yeah.
good, and it's not something that we build up. It's something that is proof, and I know the biggest university doesn't have that highest percent, and it's just for that. Because remember, I mean, we are smaller. It's not the same. It's not the same if you have 100, 120 students in a class, if you have 20 and 25, and the teacher know all of them. It's a
So
completely
you got more
different story.
support. So that may be another advantage of
Absolutely.
studying in a smaller university. That's a very good
Yeah,
point. Very,
yeah,
very good point.
yeah.
Yeah. Rafa, you may have some questions from the chat box. If you want to share them with us, we can answer that. But
Yes, I do have one here. Yeah, sorry.
yeah,
Keep going.
I was just gonna
No, keep
say
going.
that while you were like choosing the questions, I just want to mention that it's really important if you go into an Australian university, try to explore everything the institution has to offer. Those academic support, career supports, internship offers. So take full advantage of it because there's a lot of things that have been offered, and because international students are busy working, studying, sometimes they let those opportunities pass, and it's very, very important that you engage early so you can find a skill job instead of like just keep on working on jobs that are not related to your studies. At Australian Center, we recommend our clients to do 6 things if you're serious about staying in Australia a little bit longer. And the first thing is focus on the excellence of your English. So despite of your English is being already advanced, it's never too good. So keep on working on our English, keep on working on like your fluency. That's going to help you a lot with your projects here in Australia. The second thing is that if you between 2 different occupations, one is in the mid-long-term strategic skill list and the other is not, and you want to stay in Australia a little bit longer, it's more likely that you're going to find opportunities in the occupation to be the long-term strategic skill list. Despite of what you choose to do, try to work in a job that is related to your studies. Okay. The fourth thing is give preference to university degrees instead of vocational degrees. So if you're already studying a vocational degree, give preference to do a higher education program instead of doing another vocational program. That makes a huge difference as well, not only in your employability, but also in your chances of obtaining a visa approved. Obviously, there is a progression that is well regarded when you're applying for your visa. So lots of advantage, longer 485 visas, more points, in the skill migration program. So lots of benefits in choosing a university instead of doing a vocational course. Torrens University has a campus in Adelaide. It's a little bit smaller, but if you go to a regional campus, again, there are some advantages. It's something else that you can do to enhance your migration chances. And last but not least, have a career plan. Know where you want to get, because that's the most relevant thing. If you are a high caliber professional, employers will want to offer you an opportunity in Australia. But if you don't have a plan, if you don't know where you're going, if you're just going with the flow, just getting jobs to make money and, moving from job to job because the one pays a little bit more than the other, that's not a great plan. And I encourage you before engaging with the EMLET again to get in contact with our team. We have counselors that are specialized in providing you academic counseling and migration agents as well. And we can combine both. So we can combine your academic plans with eventually a migration plan and provide you, with updated information about how to get your next step organized. Okay. So with that being said, just you might have other questions, Rafa. Sorry, I think I went a little bit longer than I should, but yes, please share with us the question.
No worries at all. I do have just one question actually. What are the requirements for master by research?
Basically, of course, to have the bachelor. The English requirement, there is 6.5, if I'm not wrong, but it's not necessary to have previous paper or to have a working experience. That is not necessary because actually part of the program is to give you and to teach you how to do research, So this is part of the program. This is why it's also the pathway to do a PhD. Yeah.
People usually get scared about it, like, oh my gosh, a master by research. It's gonna be impossible for me to do it. But it's a little bit different when you choose to do this course at Torrens University. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go through the website. You become master by research. You will see part of the course. And the beginning of the first semester, the first thing that we will teach you is how to do a research. So yeah, you don't need have previous experience in doing or have a previous publication or paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the question that I had.
All right. Okay. So just to take advantage of that question, Araki. So the academic career in Australia is very well regarded. So if you do a master's of research studies, you can eventually progress into a PhD. And if there is anyone here that is over 50, oh, sorry, over 45, and a lot of people believe that 45 is the maximum age to apply for a permanent resident visa, which is not necessarily true. Obviously, there is a lot less options if you're over 45, but one of the options is if you're an academic. If you're an academic, you can be nominated for a 186 direct entry visa, which is a permanent resident visa, just for the fact that you've been offered a university lecture or research position. So I'm simplifying things. Obviously, there are some specific requirements, but that's a really interesting alternative for people that are over 45. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot of nuances in migration in Australia. But studying in a good institution like Torrens is definitely a very interesting pathway. And I'll stop here, So maybe Yamlet want to say something else before we finish the session.
Sure. As I mentioned at the beginning, I mean, I has been working with Australian unis for such a long time, so I know, I think the 43 universities that are in the country, and I think they are complete. All of the universities are really good. So it's not a matter of which one is better. Each one is the best for you, because we are all of us are completely different. So just if you think that this is a good option for you, just it's contact, talk with the Australian Center, dig in our website. And when you think about Torrens, we are smaller, we have 6 faculties, we are flexible, we are private. This is why we look the things differently. We are not a uni that is ranking in the top 100 because we are not. We have just 10 years. Remember that how I mentioned that we were created. The thing that we are trying to do is doing the thing differently and being very close to the industry. If we are with Billy Blue, we try to do to the proper thing for the students in order this is why, remember the 95%. I think that this is the more important point that I want to leave you in your minds, because we study because we want to have a good, professional career development. So this is why we are trying to do. Yeah, that's it. And thank you for being here with us.
Okay.
That's it.
Então,
Thank
ok,
you so much,
ok.
guys.
A vosotros que nos assistem, muchas gracias. Muito obrigado aí a todo mundo que assistiu. Thank you so much for your time today. If you have any questions, please reach out. We're going to be here trying to support your journey in Australia. It will be a great pleasure for our team. We love what we do. So don't hesitate, contact us, and it will be amazing to chat and to plan your next steps together.
Perfect. Thank you, Vinicius.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Araki.
Rafa.
Thanks,
Have a good afternoon. Okay, ciao.